Once again, we are back with the Marvel Select line from Diamond Select Toys, and here today we have comic book Thor. As you can see, there is the comic book version of Thor, and there is the other stuff that you can get in this particular series there. Besides the God of Thunder, you have a Barbarian Hulk and a Rhino, so not bad. Some deep cuts there with the Barbarian Hulk, but as you'll notice while you look at this is definitely not the Chris Hemsworth Thor. This is the Thor I kind of grew up with in the comic books, but I kind of like movie Thor maybe a little bit better, although this Thor is pretty accurate. Comes with a nice boulder to stand on there, a rock of some sort. He's got his trusty hammer, and he's got his winged helmet. So now let's crack it open and see what it's about. It looks like this one doesn't have a whole bunch with it, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because I believe they've made up for it in the sculpt. So out of the package here, you see old Thor does have his trusty hammer. He has his Viking helmet on. It does not remove. And he has a rock to stand on. Part of a planet, I don't know, but it's there and he can stand on it. And he's got a very plastic cape. Now, this cape, it works for me, even though it's not cloth. I think maybe it not being cloth might actually help it. Pretty good movement in the legs here. He's got the typical Select legs, although with what we've seen with the Marvel line, he doesn't have tricep movement, but he does have elbow and wrist movement on both arms. Head moves good. Head scan, good for the comic book version of Thor. I was a little disappointed because I thought maybe this Viking helmet would come off, but apparently it does not. But the costume is on point, what we can see, because there is a plastic cape on it. But if you like Thor, I'm sure you're going to dig this. And it's really cool. It's got the hammer and all that good stuff. Not the movie Thor, which some people might prefer, but this Thor, who is notoriously less funny, still looks pretty good in figure form. So that's Thor, the comic book version from Diamond Select's Marvel Select line.